Okay, number 4 is similar to number 1 in that it's basically a constant elimination problem. You're just following the rules, trying to sort everything out. So the Kennedys are going to buy a house. There are 5 houses for sale, and then they have this information. So when you're reading through this, you're going to need to read through these problems a number of times anyway. So it's better to get as little information as possible. You're trying to gather the most general information bit by bit by bit until you can paint a clearer picture. So the Kennedys, there are these 5 houses. So I see, oh, okay, look at this. There's 5 houses, bunch of information. I don't care about what the houses are called. I don't care what the information is. I just see, okay, houses, there's 5 houses here. And there's corresponding information. Let's continue on. The Kennedys would like a house built before 2000 with no more than 4 bedrooms. They would also like a house to have a garage. These are all these specifications. They're prepared to compromise and will consider all houses that satisfy at least 4 of their preferences. Okay, so at this point, again, we don't really remember necessarily what they said in the first couple sentences about what the particulars were, but now we get the key piece of information that's going to help us store the information that we need. So they are prepared to compromise and will consider all houses that satisfy at least 4 of their preferences. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight all of the preferences throughout here, see what matches up, and then we know we're going to have to go back and count to see which ones have at least 4 of the preferences. If more than one house satisfies at least 4 of their preferences, they will insist on the garden. Okay, so that's the last step. Of 100 square meters area, and then opt out for the one that costs the least. Okay, so we know that we're going in a particular direction, but first things first, we're going to write down all of their preferences. So this is really just circling their preferences. So built before 2000. So here, here, here. So those 3 were built before 2000. They would also like to have a garage. So yes, yes, yes. No more than 3 kilometers from the nearest store, which happens to be all of them, but I'm going to circle this just because that's the pattern I've been doing. And to have a garden at least 100 square meters in area. Oh, I'm missing the bedrooms. I'll do that in a second. 100 square meters in the area. What was it? No less? At least. Easy enough. No more than 4 bedrooms. All right, so 3 works. 4, 4, 3. So they're prepared to compromise and will consider all houses that satisfy at least 4 of their preferences. So right off the bat, we can completely ignore all of the ones that don't have 4, at least 4. So that would be 1, 2, 3. Evergreen doesn't have at least 4. 1, 2, 3. The sycamores don't have at least 4. Okay, so now we're down to 3. We're down to beeches, we're down to oakwood, and we're down to pines. So if more than one house satisfies at least 4 of their preferences, they will insist on a garden of at least 100 square meters in area. Now, 100 square meters, over 100 square meters, 50 is not over 100 square meters. So at this point, we can eliminate pines. So now it's between beeches and oakwood, and they say if there's still a tie, then they're going to opt for the one that costs the least, which in this case is oakwood.